doesn't take a genius to see the current comic book market is royally fucked, since many writers are more so preoccupied with filling their comics with identity politics to score woke points for idiots that won't even buy what's being sold. Otherwise, the current comic book industry would be selling like hotcakes and regular comic shops wouldn't be a dying market.
So you made characters as a direct reaction to the movement against your shitty comics, and you know who's suffering right now? Fucking comic shops, you pieces of fucking shit! Fucking fuck that shit. Fuck it right in its ear hole. I wonder how funny he thinks he is now. Wonder how motherfucking funny you think shit is now, asshat. As comic shops are closing, you will have no place to sell your piece of shit book. Happy St. Patty's Day, everybody. That fucking pissed me off. If you want to get cutesy beauty in your comic, fine. That, who in the fuck is going to buy that? Who in the hell is going to buy that? Marvel knows nobody will buy that, but the editors go ahead. Every editor should be fired for that. Everybody at fucking Marvel should be fired for that.
But thanks to independent creators and people who actually want to write comics, there is a spark of hope. Guys like your boy Zach, Ethan Van Sciver, and several others deliver where the official writers fail in terms of, I don't know, creating characters that don't suck, working with artists that can actually draw, writing a coherent plot, and not antagonizing your audience, you dumb fucks.
And if you don't like my politics, don't buy my book.
Be careful what you wish for. And speaking of customer service, that brings us to good old son of Jesus, Keanu Reeves. Since Keanu is clearly so awesome being involved in stuff like John Wick, his own motorcycle company, and the only good thing about Cyberpunk 2077, sorry Lolly, and now his own comic. At first glance, one can say that the main character is basically a type of self-insert for Keanu, but more than likely this may have been a movie pitch that Keanu was cooking up at some point. Honestly, I don't really know the official story of what's behind the scenes of this particular comic, so if anyone knows, feel free to share with me. So on to BRZRKR. So far there are only 2 issues out by the time I made this, so it won't be as in-depth until all issues are released. But with what we have, things are shaping up to be really good. From the get-go, the comic starts up, no melodrama, no moping around, well unless you count the obvious sad Keanu meme reference in the first page. In the start, it is quite obvious that our main character here is someone who's skilled and, well, look for yourself. It's quite clear the guy we're all focusing isn't really a normal human being. He takes shots, gets stabbed, and is punching through solid glass like it's paper. What's also a plus is the fact that while all this is going on, it's clear that the main character is talking to someone. That someone is later revealed to be a psychiatrist. The subjects that are being discussed are his immortality, which is like being immortal, and what the main character's rage that he experiences when fighting. Also gotta appreciate the art style here. It's quite clear that this is a brutal as hell comic. This is clearly reinforced by the weight and detail given by the artist, illustrating how well written the comic is, using visual storytelling, with little to no dialogue. With the images alone, these tell you how powerful the guy is. A great surprise to this comic is that how well put together it all is. There is a great sense of mystery surrounding the character. We know that he is an immortal of some kind, and we know that the US government uses him Dr. Manhattan style to take care of any regimes or conflicts that need to be dealt with. But what we don't know is how exactly old our main character is, how he became immortal, what his life was like leading up to this point, and are there any other immortals like him roaming the world? Most of these questions will be asked in the second issue, but here we'll only be talking about the first one, simply so any of you who happen to come across it, y'all might actually simply buy it because it's a really good comic that I recommend, and there is no identity nonsense in it. So in closing, this is one that I highly recommend to anyone who likes this type of stuff. There's great sense of mystery, some badass brutal action, and it's made by Keanu fucking Reeves, so that's a plus. Well, that's all I got for now. This is Lone signing off.